Okay, good. Once again, welcome. Welcome. My name, like you heard earlier, is Amb.Chucks. I'm an entrepreneur life coach. So I'll be taking you all on this journey. So join me as we take this journey, the journey to building a financial legacy in this recession, using the power of the new economy. You get to know what we mean by the new economy today. Akwaba to you all. Akwaba friends. Akwaba to you all. I'm so excited to be in your midst today. So please resist any form of distraction. Resist any form of distraction as we go on this journey, because today you'll be hearing certain things that will literally transform your life. But the most important thing is what you do with what you hear today. Now, if you can see me and you can hear me, please go to the chat box and type 1, 2. If you can see me and you can hear me loud and clear, go to the chat box and type 1, 2. Akwaba, 1, 2, good. Yes, I can see Jacinta. If you can see me and you can hear me, go to the chat box and type 1, 2. 1, 2 on the chat box. Good, good. So let's move on. Let's move on. Once again, Akwaba. Now that's me. My name is Amb.Chucks. I'm an architect. And of course, yeah, I'm an architect by training and an entrepreneur life coach, okay, by choice. Well, let me tell you a little about myself, okay? That is me some years back. An architect in this city of Abuja, Nigeria. You know, there's this saying, erroneous saying that Abuja, one of the fastest growing cities in the world, is the playground of architects. So just come to Abuja, you will make it big. That's what I thought until I found myself in Abuja. Guess what? It wasn't funny at all. It wasn't funny. Young man struggling in this city, okay, professional. And that's when I got to know that your certificates will not pay your bills, but rather what you know is what pays your bill, okay? Moving about with certificates didn't pay my bill. I couldn't pay my house rent. I couldn't pay my children's school fees. I couldn't even fix my car. Of course, you can see how rickety the car is looking. I couldn't even fix it, you know, but yes, architects, big title, okay, but broke at the same time. That was my situation until a friend, a client of mine, sent me an invitation to attend this meeting you are attending today. That was what brought about the transformation in my life. But of course, I am not where I ought to be or where I really want to be, but I'm far above. You know, yes, we're introduced to this campaign, the La Buena Vida, powered by Century 21 Freedom Group International. And that was when the transformation in my life started. Now, what brought about this transformation is the vision of this great organization, and which is to raise the financially free people who will raise other financially free people, creating a family of millionaires who will use their monies collectively to affect the world positively. Now, this is what I heard. This is the vision that changed the whole thing for me. I said, wow, is this possible? Is this possible that I will become free and I will have what it takes to make other people also become free? And I guess what? And there's this prayer I've been praying that God should make me a blessing to my generation. And the only way you can become a blessing is when you are blessed. You become a conduit of blessing to people around you. And that was what turned me on, this vision. I say, no, I have to see the head of this. And guess what? Now, this is the short-term goal, to raise 50,000 monthly millionaires in the new economy by the year 2024. I told myself then that I was going to be part of this, okay? I saw this plan some 4 or 5 years ago, and I told myself I must be part of this 50,000 movement. And I guess some of you are saying the same thing as we speak right now. But let's move on. Now, this is a little bit of the good things I've benefited from this organization. Like I said earlier, I am not where I really want to be exactly, but I'm not where I used to be. Today, I can travel, all expensive paid vacation, travel to different parts of the world, That is me in Dubai. Okay, all expenses paid. Okay, this is me in Philippines in one of the occasions of the organization where I was among those decorated and celebrated at the world stage. I didn't see myself getting to this level practicing architecture even in the city of Abuja, Nigeria. Now I've met the young, the old. Now, when you see a young man with a vision going somewhere, then this young man, Dima Ako, was the highest paying or the highest earner in the whole of Cameroon in 2019. As young as it is, as young as he is, forgets the size, is the content that matters. Now, this is also me hanging out with the people I love most, my people of like minds, people I learned from, people that have been a source of inspiration to me. And this is it. This is where you get those kind of things happen to you. But what am I saying? Am I showing you any of this to tell you that I'm better than you? Of course, no. Am I showing you this to impress anybody here? No, I don't intend that. But guess what? I'm trying to impress it upon you that wherever you find yourself, that guess what? Your dream is valid. Whatever you plan to do or whatever you plan to achieve in this life is valid if you don't give up on yourself. Now, what do you accept to see in life actually? What do you really want out of life? What do you really want? Okay, what do you really want? So, to be able to live a healthy life, or to be able to have quality education, own your own home, the kind of desired home you want, or leave an inheritance for your children, drive your favorite car, or be able to be a blessing and give to charity. Is that what you want? Yes, if this is your desire, this is valid. Don't give up on yourself. Don't allow anybody talk you down on your dream. You might not look it today, but your tomorrow obviously shall be better than your today. And guess what? Don't give up on yourself. But meanwhile, in all of this, this is the current reality. This is where the world is right now. Guess what? Most people earn less than they spend. Meanwhile, your responsibilities keep increasing. And that's why some of us are giving up on our dreams. Banks are no longer giving loans. You want to go into investment, you want to become an entrepreneur, you want to own your own business. Banks are not in a hurry to support you. They tell you to bring all sorts of things that, of course, you cannot bring. And guess what? Your time is running out. Every day you wake up, you are a day close to your grave. You don't have the pleasure of time. That things are not working the way you want them does not mean that the time will hold on for you. Time keeps flying. This is our reality as a people. Of course, we heard what the minister is advising, that people should consider going into entrepreneur because, of course, the jobs are not there. They're planning to cut down salaries and all of that. This is the reality. This is the reality. The jobs are not there. There's no enough money to pay these salaries. But of course, some of us will begin to think, yes, it is common in Africa alone. Yes, it is only Africa. Over there in the first world country is not happening so. I need you to do your research properly. Now, this is CNN recording that 10 million applied for unemployment in the past 2 weeks. And this is talking about the US, okay? And guess what? It is a global happening. And you now begin to wonder, what is actually happening? If you take out time to think, you begin to wonder, is it that the world is coming to an end? Why is all of this happening? Now, yes, you might say that the world is coming to an end, but that is not what is affecting our economy. What is affecting our economy is changes in the world economy due to times and season. There are changes. Changes have been going on in time and seasons. Now, the way you make a living some 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years ago, it's not the same thing today. We are in an updating world. It's either you are updating with the world or you are becoming outdated. And most times, some of us, the reason why we are struggling this hard is that we're operating an outdated system in an updating world. It cannot work. So what do you need to know? The world economy has changed. Before now, in 1917, it was Industrial Revolution. What was in vogue at that time was to go to school. Simply go to school, get a good grade so that you can get a good job. And guess what? The pioneers then were getting highly paid because they were going to school. A few persons were going to school, and that was the season at that time. And that was why it was raining. And guess what? It moved a year, some years later, we entered computer revolution. That is another season. And that was when unemployment began to grow. Going to school and getting a good grade wasn't anymore in vogue because the world became, the computer chips were coming up and were taking over. And guess what? We moved into internet. The world became a global village. And that's why I can even speak to you right now, all the way from Abuja, Nigeria. And guess what? You are hearing me loud and clear. Some said, no, we cannot do this. The world is coming to an end. We will not be involved. Let us stick to our traditional industrial revolution system, not knowing that you are becoming outdated at that point, that the world has moved. You need to become updated with the world. And guess what? In moving to another revolution, information revolution. Now, at the point of information revolution, it was as if the whole world was turned upside down. You began to see certain things happen. Level of unemployment is increasing per second. People are losing their jobs on a daily basis. You begin to wonder, because today there are alternatives to the human labor. The truth is this, they don't really need you anymore. Whatever your profession, there is an alternative to you. Now watch this clip. Just watch this clip, okay? Just watch this. Watch this. Just pay attention. Pay attention to this. This is it. This used to be a factory filled with human beings, but today you can't see a single soul. Robots has taken over. Robots taking over. Trucks today can drive themselves. You don't need a human. You see, we need to wonder, where is the jobs going? There are alternatives to human labor as we speak. The world economy does not really need the human labor like it used to. It's growing by the day, and that is why it is shrinking. More people are losing their jobs because the jobs are not there. Computers, robots are taking over your jobs, and you cannot stop this. It's a revolution you cannot stop. The world is moving. The world is moving. So it's either you're updating with it or not. Look at this. Laying of blocks done by, they're supposed to be done by humans, done by a robot. This is the reality. This is where we are. It's either you take it or you leave it. Look at this supermarket. Amazon Go, no single attendant. You walk in, you walk out, you flash your phone, and off you go. This is where the world is today. And that is why we are facing the level of unemployment we are facing today. No matter your profession, there is an alternative to your profession. No matter the profession you have today, there is an alternative to you. Don't think that you are all that anymore, because there are alternatives. I will go on and on. Let me move on. Let me move on. So don't think that the world cannot do without you. Don't even think it, that your organization does not have a replacement to you. See, you are not indispensable. Now, we are running a capitalist economy. They want it where it will be cheaper. With this robot, they don't need to pay. They don't need to pay gratuity. They don't need to pay pension. Anytime it messes up, they change it and they get a newer, updated version. That is why the level of unemployment is increasing by the day. The earlier you begin to know that the world has moved and begin to find ways of positioning yourself in this new economy. So we have left industrial, we have left computer, we have left internet, we have also left information revolution. Today, starting from 2020, the world enters the latest revolution, the connected revolution. The connected revolution. Now, this was introduced by the coronavirus. And guess what? We didn't know that we could still run our economy virtually. We didn't know that our children could still go to school without going to school, stay at home virtually and run these things. This is the world where we are in. It's either you like it or you live it. You can't help it. Professions are being taken over. Today, things have changed. Now, in this revolution, whether you went to school or not is really not very important. All you need in this revolution is to acquire the right skill, And these are trainable skills that you can acquire. Once you acquire them, you are good to go. All out in this revolution, okay? Now, let me show us some examples. But meanwhile, in the connected economy, you have infinite, unlimited possibilities. Why? Because your income is directly proportional to your access to the human structure. And of course, today, we can't really say that this is what the world population is. Today, they will say it's 2 billion. Tomorrow, they will say it's 1.8 billion. Next tomorrow, you will hear 2.2. See, these things are not static. They are growing by the day. And guess what? Guess the excitement about this. This is also the potential in your growth in your personal economy, if you know how to navigate the connected economy. And that's what I intend to share. This is the new economy. This is it. The new economy we are talking about. For you to succeed and to thrive without so much struggle in this century, you need to find a way into this. Now, let me share some of the major players of this economy. And what do they do? Typical example is Mark Zuckerberg. And what does he do? He connects people to people. Facebook. We are all today, over how many number of us here? We were connected through Facebook. And we are hearing ourselves and we're talking to each other right now. And guess what? His net worth today is 74.5 billion the last time I checked. And how does he make his money? How does Facebook make money? We'll begin to wonder. Well, he makes money through a system known as PPC, pay per click. You see all those adverts running through your Facebook wall. Immediately you click on those adverts, like some of you already did. Immediately you click on any advert on Facebook, guess what? 27 cents will leave that company's account. Whoever promoted that advert, it will leave that company's account to Mark Zuckerberg's account. That is the power of the connected economy. And guess what? He doesn't need to do anything. You tell your friend, you connect your friends, you connect the people you may know, and the young man is always smiling to the bank. Another player is Travis Kalanick, the owner of Uber Taxi. What does he do? He created the app Uber and connects you to transport, and he doesn't even own a single taxi. But what does he do? For every transaction, every time he offers the services, he gets paid. That is it. That's the young man, always smiling. Another major player is Brian Chesky, the founder and the creator of Airbnb, the richest hotel in the world. He doesn't own a single hotel, but all he did was to create the app, Airbnb, and connects people. Now, once he connects you, you need any hotel in any part of the world, all you simply need to do is click. And guess what? You make your reservation, make your payment, he gets his commission. He has more money than the people that owns the hotel. That is the power of the connected economy. And amongst all, the highest amongst them is Jeff Bezos, who was once the richest man on earth. And what does he do? He connects people to products. Now, there is no kind of products you're looking for that you won't find in Amazon.com. Well, he used to be #1 until Elon Musk, guess what, overtook him. Now, why did Elon Musk overtook him? Because Elon Musk has moved 10 years ahead of the world. What do I mean? The world after connected revolution is moving to year of artificial intelligence revolution. And he's already there. Elon Musk is already waiting. Okay, why some of us are still thinking is about going to school and getting a good grade so that you can get a good job. The jobs are gone. They are going by the day, okay? And this is where the world is. The earlier you begin to understand and position yourself better, the better for you. Okay, Amazon.com, this network as of then is 133 billion US dollars. Now, the billionaires of the world today are simply connectors. That is what they do. The billionaires of the world today are not recorded by fraud, are not politicians. They are connectors. Number one in the world before Elon Musk is Jeff Bezos, is a connector. And you keep, the list is going on and on and on. Do your research. They are connecting you to certain goods and services. And that is why they are living their life. Okay, at this point, I know I must have aroused some of your curiosity here. Some of us will begin to wonder, okay, we have heard. How do we become, or how do you become a connector? How do you become a connector? Follow me as we go on this journey. As a connector, our job is to communicate information to help people convert their social capital into financial capital using leverage system. What do I mean by that? Every one of us, no matter how big, no matter how small, no matter how important you think you are or how unimportant you think you are, you have your social capital. And guess what? To some of us, our social capital are the greatest source of our undoing. Why? Because they are most times the reason why we are where we are today. Now, but you don't know that that same social capital can become your highest source of financial capital if you know how to manage that using a leverage system. And that's what I intend to show you here today. Now, you're going to engage in a 2 to 4 years business plan. You're going to plan a 2 to 4 years. Now, this will not be automatic. This will not happen overnight. You are going to set out 2 to 4 years of your life to make sure that you build this reality. Now, as I introduce you to this great plan, the ED 3.0 plan, the economic designer. So this is the system that you will plug into that will help you convert your social capital into financial capital using the system ED 3.0 plan. Okay, follow me as we drive on this. Now, this system has the capacity to pay you a daily income of between 140 Ghana cedis to 250,000 Ghana cedis daily. Yes, you heard me. You heard me correctly. Pay attention as we drive on, okay? No financial risk, no huge investment capital, less time required, no professional expertise, not at all. You are not manufacturing anything. It has international presence, and guess what? You can transfer it to your children. It can be your source of generational wealth. That is what we're talking about, okay? And how do you do this? By simply converting your liabilities to assets. Now, let me say this. There are certain liabilities, certain things we spend money on that are obviously liability. Whether we like it or not, we spend those money and it will not come back. And I am sure some of us, or if not some of us, everybody here hearing my voice must have engaged in one of these commodities or the other. And guess what? They are liabilities. You can't do anything about that. Now, we will show you using the ED 3.0 plan on how to convert these same liabilities to asset. Watch me. This is it here, okay? And that's assuming that is you over there. I'm directing you to a place, an organization where you will do your shopping for your daily consumables. Those things you are already used to shopping. You already shop them. Whether you decide to shop from here, you will still spend that money. Whether you don't shop from here, you will still spend that money. But guess what? Why keep shopping on things you cannot do without and throw away money when you have an opportunity to convert the same thing to an asset to yourself? That, I think, makes some sense. Now, we'll also show you how you connect your social capital, your friends, your family members, the people you know, without what? Without selling, without convincing anybody, without marketing or talking. All you simply do is to buy, use, and connect. Now, at this point, some of us might begin to assume, no, hold your peace, because this is not what you think it is. Hold your peace and let me come down first, okay? And guess what? You don't have to sell, you don't have to market, you don't have to go about talking to people, convincing people. Simply buy, use, and then of course connect. Now these are some of the products. You have toothpaste, you have beverages, you have supplements, you have health products, you have beauty products. Now these are the things you are connecting to. Like I said earlier, everyone here must have used toothpaste today. Different brand, except you decide to go for chewing stick or you decide to use charcoal. Those are alternatives. But I know over 90% of you hearing my voice must have used one toothpaste or the other. But guess what? That is a liability. You keep throwing away such money. But on this platform, that will not be so. We show you how to convert those things to become your asset. Now, as a connector, you have an access to generate income from 200 countries of the world using your phones. Most of you are listening to me and watching me through your phone right now. Most of you connected to this Facebook ad or through your phone. You do a lot of things on your phone. You burn your data on your phone. You call calls that don't make sense on your phone. Now, the same phone is to some of you your highest liability. Even when you have not eaten, you make sure you recharge your phone. Guess what? That same phone that has been your highest undoing, highest liability, can become your greatest asset. That is why we are here. That is why I'm here today to share with you. Now, you can earn income from 200 countries. You are in Ghana, you can earn income from Nigeria. You can earn in Tanzania. You can earn in Kenya. You can earn in US. You can earn in UK. Just mention it. Any countries of the world you can earn. You will automatically become an international business through this businessman or woman through this process. So how do you connect to people? Let the system do the talk for you. Simply, you are not the one connecting. You are not doing the talk, okay? We'll share with you the process. You use the system. There are 2 steps you must know. The first step is what? You will attend a second training. After this session, I'm going to be doing a selection by the end of this meeting. For those of you that are going to wait to the end, I'm going to be selecting some people that will work with for the next 18 months, the next 12 months, the next 6 months. Now, these people will attend the second training called the QSG training to understand the system. Now, after that, guess what? You will now know how to use the system. You cannot succeed in this platform if you have not gone through this training. No story. There is no 2 ways about it. You must go through this training to understand the system, know how to use it, so you can succeed at it. And that's why I say you should hold your peace. Now, one of the systems is share on social media like Facebook, okay? Over 99% of you listening to me today connected to me through the Facebook. And guess what? That is it. That is one of the systems. Now, some of you have 5,000 friends, 2,000 friends. You have numerous number. You burn your data. You burn your time on Facebook. You waste it. You enrich Mark Zuckerberg the more on Facebook, clicking on things, enriching him, not knowing that that same Facebook, if you know how to apply the right system, that it can generate massive residual income for you. Guess what? We are going to train you on how you use this same Facebook to generate the income that will make sense to you. So, but of course, it will be in trainings. I can't do all of that today. It's for those that I'm selecting. At the end of the day, we'll share that with you. Then another thing is what is called, another system is what is called the contact recommendation text message. Now, I believe everybody hearing my voice here right now, minimally, you must have gotten up to 100 contacts in your phone. The same phone. Yes, I'm still talking about your phone. You must have gotten 100 contacts in your phone. Some have 50, some have 500, some have 1,000, some have 2,000, depending on your personality. You have a lot of contacts. And guess what? You don't know that those are humongous resources lying dormant in your phone. Guess what? Your contacts are connected to their contact. Now, there are no limits to the people you are connected to. That is where we are. Your contacts have their contact, their contacts have their contact, their contact, and it keeps going. Unlimited connectivity. That is massive access if you know how to harness that. So guess what? We will show you how to do that. You will do a minimum of 50 to 100 contacts from your phone, and you will send them a simple text message like this. Simple text message like this, okay? The people you are recommending to us, you send them a simple text message like this. Hey, John, how is everything? There's an international organization I recommended you. They will show you how to generate income using their system. I'm going through their coaching. Just let me know if they contact you. Steve, you stop at this. Send it to them. And guess what? They've received this SMS and they're like, wow, see what? Once they've received this SMS, whether they call you to ask you a question or did not call you, immediately our consultants will call them, will chat them, will reach out to them so that we'll now invite them professionally, not you, okay? But there's another aspect that will come to that later. We'll invite them professionally to our office. Yes, we have been in existence in Nigeria for the past 6 years. And our plans is to replicate exactly what we have in Nigeria, in Ghana, even a better and greater version, depending on you that is hearing me right now, okay? We'll set up offices in Ghana, okay, and replicate exactly what we have. The massive, amazing result, the transformation that has happened here, the ordinary people that did not go to school, that didn't know their right from their left, we showed them the system, and today they have become significant, influential people in the society. Of course, you saw some of the toys, you know, flowing around the internet, and that is it. We will intend to replicate exactly or even more of what we did here in Nigeria, in Ghana. And guess what? Now, we will invite them to our offices. Now, when the offices are not ready, we'll do what? We invite them to a Zoom meeting like this, okay? Zoom meeting, no matter where your contacts are, you don't limit yourself to Ghana alone. No matter where they are, they can be connected to this system. And guess what? If what you are hearing from me right now is making any sense to you at all, it must surely make sense to your friends also, okay? And that is it. And guess what? You're moving forward. Now, this is how you generate income daily as a connector. This is how you generate income daily as a connector. Now, watch this. There are 5 ways of generating, but guess what? I'm going to just share 2 of them. First one is direct connectors bonus. Second one is the matching bonus. The third one is the unilever bonus. The fourth one is the step bonus. And then the last one is the uni pay plan bonus. But I'm sharing just 2 today because I don't want to take too much of your time. The number 1 is what? Direct connectors bonus. As you connect someone with your phone, you earn instantly according to the product package purchased. Now, according to the quantity of the product, of this consumable product that your friends, the people you recommend, purchase, you get paid immediately. Now, let's assume that the shop for one package for 1,050 Ghana cedis, okay? They shop for this thing for 1,050 Ghana cedis. That's the minimum anyway. Now, once they do that, you that connected them will earn 100 Ghana cedis every day. 100 Ghana cedis, immediately the connection is done. Immediately they purchase this and shop for 1,050, you earn 100 Ghana cedis once this is done. And guess what? If you have 100 of them do that, you multiply that, and that is how much? That is 10,000 Ghana cedis. Okay, for not selling, for not marketing, for not headhunting anybody. You simply recommended, and they were invited to a Zoom meeting like this, and they decided to plug in into the system. Okay, and that is it. Now, that is it. Now, the main one which gives you the freedom is what is called the matching bonus. Now, this is the same principle that has made Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, who he is today. The principle of unlimited connectivity, how he makes money. Now, Facebook will show you the people you may know. And guess what? You know them. If you go through well, you know them. You don't know how they do some of those things. They get to know, and then somehow they know that you know these people. And guess what? Immediately you click, you accept them as your friends. Guess what? They also know the people they may know. And it keeps going and going and going and going. And guess what? There is no limit to that. And this is what happens. Now, once that happens, that is you up there. Okay? We show you how to connect A, you get paid. How to connect B, you get paid. Once there is A and there is a B, okay? A on your left, B on your right, there is a matching. Immediately, you make 140 Ghana cedis extra to the 100 Ghana cedis you earned earlier. Now, once this happens, what do you do next? Connect them to us. Connect them to La Buena Vida. You are not the one doing the work. We will work with you. You connect your friends. A connects his friends. B connects her friends to us. And guess what? We will show them the same thing we have shown to you that makes sense. And see what happens next. Now, the system now divides you into two, a left and then a right. We'll show you how to connect to A, you are paid. We show you how to connect to B, you are paid. Once this happens, there is a there is a B, there is a match. You make 140 Ghana cedis. Now, what happens? A now remembers, how did he get to this system? You did not sell anything to A. B did not sell anything to, you didn't sell anything to B. And guess what they do? They decide to do exactly what you have done. And what happens? A does the same thing, A gets rewarded. B does the same thing, B gets rewarded. Now we go back to you. Because without you connecting A and B, there won't be C, D, E, and F in the system. Mind you, you did not sell. Mind you, you didn't go to talk or convince anybody. You didn't market anything. You simply used the system, which we are going to train you on how to do, to connect people. And once that happens, there is a match. A, the system appreciates you up there, matches D and F, give you 140. C and F, C and F, give you another 140. Now what happens? C, D, E, and F does the same thing, and guess what? You are paid. See what happens? Now the locations of all these people does not really matter. Wherever they are located doesn't really matter, because the system, once they are plugged into the system, there is a J, there is a K. In any part of the world, you are paid. There's I and L. In any part of the world, you are paid. H and M connects. In any part of the world, you are also paid. G and N connects. In any part of the world, you are also paid. Now, this keeps happening. G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N also have their contact. So there is a possibility that this does not have any limit whatsoever. As long as there is life, this doesn't have limits. And guess what? The company says that it cannot pay you for everybody that connects to the system, because it can't keep up to that. It is unlimited. There is a limit it can do in a day. The limit the system can take in a day, no matter how many you connect, the limit the system can take, once your system is matured, is 2,800 Ghana cedis. 2,800 Ghana cedis, and that is it. That's the limit. Now, let me ask you if you're following me. Let me know if you're following me. How many persons did the young man up there connect to this system directly? How many persons? If you know the answer, go to the chat box and type. How many persons did he connect directly? How many persons? If you know the answer, how many persons? If you know the answer, go to the chat box. How many persons did he connect? I'm waiting. Let me know if you're following me and you know the answer. How many persons did he connect? Okay, nobody is getting it. Good. 2, Harry, well done. You're following. Ella, you're following. 2. Yes, he connected 2. Only 2. And guess what? He has this massive crowd under him. Now, the rest, are they connected to him? The answer is yes. They are all connected to him. Now, does he know them? Likely no. He might not know any of them except for A and B. And that is the power of the connected. He doesn't even need to know where they are located in the world. That doesn't make sense. That is the power of the connected economy. You don't know them, but guess what? They are connected to your system. Now, the single profit center has income capacity of 2,800 Ghana cedis. If you start with 1,050 Ghana cedis, monthly income potential is 84,000 Ghana cedis. Now, worst case scenario, let's say you didn't even do well, that your village people did not allow you to do well. You didn't make 100% result is 84,000 Ghana cedis. Now, your village people did not allow you to do well. You do what? You do 10% success. 10% success of this whole process is 8,400 Ghana cedis. Of course, is that good? Of course, very good. Okay, that is it. Now, if you want to do more, you want to earn more, you want to run faster, you shop the 3 package for 3,150 Ghana cedis. Now, this has daily income potential of 8,400 and then monthly income potential of 252,000 Ghana cedis. 10%, of course, 10% of that. Let's say if I connect, they did not connect, what will I do? What will happen? Blah, blah, blah. 10% of that is 25,200 Ghana cedis. So you can't lose. If you're willing to learn, you can't lose. Okay? And that is it. Now, let me share this. Having known this, we started a project known as Project Activate to Dominate. Now, you activate with 1,050 Ghana cedis, and you stand a chance of earning 573,300 Ghana cedis in 12 weeks. Yes, you heard me. You heard me. Just follow me, okay? Let me show you how. You heard me. Through a leverage system in the connected economy. Now, how does that go? Your first week of connecting into the system, you have connected into the system, you will have done your second training, the QSG training. The next thing is in a week, your task will be to connect your 2. Once you connect your 2, the system pays you 140 Ghana cedis immediately. Now, your task will now be to direct those 2, to connect those 2 to us, so that we can work with those 2 to also connect their own 2. And in your second week, you that directed your 2 to us will be earning 280 Ghana cedis. In your third week, you do the same thing. Just keep directing them to us. We are not asking you to go and start doing the work. Direct them to us because that is what we do, okay? Direct them to us. In your third week, you'll be making 560 Ghana cedis. In your fourth week, you'll be making 1,120 Ghana cedis. Doing the same thing, you're connecting, and what you just did was to connect your own first 2, and we start building upon that. In your 5th week, you're earning 2,240 Ghana cedis. In your 6th week, you're earning 4,480 Ghana cedis. In your 7th week, you're earning 8,960 Ghana cedis. In your 8th week, you're earning 17,920 Ghana cedis. All you need is connect your 2, let us work with your 2. The same way you connect your 2, if you allow us to work with them the same way we work with you, you are certain then you must connect your two. There is no two ways about that. Okay, in your 9th week, you're hitting 35,840 Ghana cedis. In your 10th week, you're hitting 71,680 Ghana cedis. In your 11th week, you're hitting 143,360 Ghana cedis. Now, in your 12th week, which is the 90 days, your 3 months, you're doing what? 286,720 Ghana cedis. Now, if you add up this, a total of 573 Ghana cedis, 300 in 12 weeks. Yes, you heard me. 12 weeks. There is no magic. There is no abracadabra here. Simple system of following exactly what you have been told to do. And guess what? 3 months exactly, it has a potential, 90 days, 3 months, it has a potential of you earning 573,300 Ghana cedis. But guess what? All things, most times, are not always equal. There are attacks here and there. Village people are always at work, making sure that things don't go exactly the way you want them. Now, let's say you do 50% success rate, 50% only, you'll be earning 285,650 Ghana cedis. Now, you do 20%. 20%, because your village people are strongly after you. You do what? 114,660 Ghana cedis. But worst case, now your village people hit pass. They say, nah, lie, you know, we'll go anywhere. They're on your head. You do 10%. 10% in 90 days of connecting just 2 persons and direct the 2 persons to us to work with them. Connect this 10%, you'll be earning 57,330 Ghana cedis. Is that good or very good? Imagine you starting today. Imagine the next 12 weeks. Imagine the general norm that the beginning of the year is always very uncertain, you know, with so many issues. Imagine you moving into the year at this tempo. Guess what? That is it. It is possible. If you are willing, we are willing to work with you to make sure you hit this target. 10%, not 100. But if you're a high flyer like myself, or if you're a person, you decide to go all out and make sure you hit your 100%. It is possible. People have done it. People are doing it. You decide to go down and do 50%. It is possible. The choice is yours. Now, these are some of the extra privileges you will get. All expensive paid vacations to locations. You have access to real estate scheme. You have access to free medical insurance. Okay, these are some of the destination centers. This is Ethiopia. Okay, this is some of our destination centers, all expensive paid vacation. This is some of us in Ethiopia chilling out, all expensive paid vacation. See, a woo vacation, they sweet well. Okay, even if you can afford them, even if you can afford to go on vacation, where somebody else is paying for you, it's something else. Okay, but for you to qualify for this, you must have started earning at least 1 million Ghana cedis every month before you can qualify. And if you're ready, give us 6 months from now, that will become your case. Okay, now this is Batan Island, a beautiful island in Asia, all expensive paid vacation, beautiful thing. Now remember when I started, I said that one of the things that activated my interest in this organization was that the target of raising 50,000 monthly millionaires by the year 2024. That was it for me then. Now, as of 2019, this is the number. We had over 150 persons that qualified for the trip, meaning 150 monthly millionaires already in the system. Okay, of course, I'm one of them then. Now, these are all our global partners. These are all our global partners because, see, things like this cannot happen if you're working alone. You need the right partnership. You have Nature's Way, you have DSM, you have Wilder, you have EcoBlock, you have EcoBank, you have Consolidated Bank of Ghana, and then of course you have Empowered Consumerism. These are all the partners. okay? And that is why we are solidly on ground. 10 years in Nigeria, no shaking, okay? And 16 years in the world, no shaking. And guess what? We're still moving. As I begin to round up, let me share a few of our testimonies, and then I'll be doing my selections later. Let me share a few of our testimonies. This is a young man, Dr. Elijah Amb., a medical doctor with one of the hospitals here in Nigeria. Okay, that is him practicing medicine. That is Dr. Elijah Amb. as a connector. Now, what happened? He went for one of those trips, you know, all expensive paid vacation, and that was when the transformation started. Okay, look at the young man chilling, a medical doctor chilling without being in the hospital, and look at the transformation. Now, guess what? See, most of us are bounded today to our present situation in life because of our mindset. The way we think is what has kept us where we are today. If there is anything you need to pray for tonight, is that God should help you have a reformed mindset so that you can begin to, once you can get it right here, everything begins to fall in place. Because that is exactly what happened to this young man. Stayed 2 weeks, all expensive paid vacation. So many things was going on in his mind. As a medical doctor, the highest he could become is a medical director. And he knows one medical director in the same organization he's working. And guess what? This is an advice to somebody here. Wherever you want to get to, if you are in an organization, if you want to find out how your life will be tomorrow, look for those that are your bosses, those that have arrived the position you are aspiring to be. That is where you're going to be. Give and take 5% variation. That is where you can't totally be different from that. So if you don't like the life they are living, then I think you need to change course early. Because if you continue on that course, that is exactly where you're going to go. 5 to 10% variation max, okay? But exactly that is where you're going. And guess what? This young man came back to Nigeria. The first thing he did was, man, he was tired because he didn't see the kind of future he wanted. The first thing he did was letter of resignation. He resigned from practicing medicine. Yes, you heard me. As young as he is, he resigned. He did not japa. He did not japa to anywhere. He's still in Nigeria here, okay? So he resigned and started building his business full time. That is what a reformed mindset can do. You take risks. You take your destiny by your hand. You decide the kind of life you want. You decide the kind of future you want to give your children. You decide the kind of family you want to build. And guess what? When he was practicing as a doctor in the hospital, that is Dr. Elijah Amb. That is the car he's driving. Now, 12 months of resigning and deciding to build his business. That is the young man driving a machine. Even his medical director couldn't afford this. Even his medical director couldn't afford what you're seeing there. But guess what? This is just the least of the things he had. Just recently, he launched the one you're seeing in your screen. Your dream is valid. Your dream is possible. All you need is to look for the right vehicle to take you there. This is another young man, a mechanic. Yes, a mechanic by profession. But guess what? See, your background does not matter. Like some of you, the reason why you're not doing anything with yourself is that you're already relegating yourself because of the kind of family you came from. You blame everybody for not going to school. You blame the government for not providing job. You blame everybody but yourself. It's okay, you can blame. You can blame the rest of the world but yourself. But I want to shock you today. In the next 1 year, the next 5 years, the next 10 years, the next 20 years of your life, you can't blame anybody. With wherever you find yourself, 100% your fault. Whether you want to accept that or not, nobody really cares. He didn't go to school, but he didn't give up on that on himself. He knew he could do better with his life. Okay, that's the young man. Cleaned up, has become a social entrepreneur. That is his machine by him there. And of course, that is one of my mentors there. Dr. Victor Abausin, okay? And that is it. Now, this is another young lady. Her name is Juliet, Nurse Juliet, okay? A retired nurse, okay? Coming from a very humble background where the whole family depended on her on survival, her nurse job for survival. But guess what? She didn't give up on herself. She knew she couldn't live her dream, working as a nurse. And what did she do? She connected to the system. Immediately she connected to the system, transformation started happening. The kind of money she started making, she could take care of her family. Your background is not the reason why you are where you are today. The reason why you are where you are today is you sitting down on that seat, staring at me. You are the reason why you are where you are today. The day you say enough is enough, things change around you. And that is why I'm here with you today. Now, this is her. She has already cleaned up. This is her first car in her life. You know, imagine you learning how to drive. Those days, there used to be a big L in front of this car. This is the car she used to learn how to drive. This is possible. This is the life that is possible for anybody hearing my voice as we speak. What am I saying? And I know right now, some of you are already beginning to ask questions. What is this man talking about? What is Ambassador Chucks talking about? How does the company pay out all these millions? Where will it come from? Is it not one of those things? Before you say it, they are gone. Before you say it, they are gone. Are you sure it will not fold? Mind you, I told you, 10 years in Nigeria, and we're still counting. Okay? 10 years in Nigeria, and we're still counting. All those ones you're talking about, maximum 12 months, 15 months, 18 months, they are gone. 10 years, we're still counting. Why? Because of the model. Now, this is how the company pay out all these millions. This is how it comes. For every consumable product that you take today, goes through this chain of distribution. Every product, every one of them, goes through this chain of production, okay? There is a factory, there is a national distributor, there is a wholesale, there is a retail, there is a customer, you the customer. And guess what? You the customer, you are the one that pay everybody as you purchase any commodity today. You cannot buy directly from the company. You cannot buy directly from national distributor. Most times you can't even buy from the wholesale. You only buy from the retail shop. Okay? And guess what? As you do this, you enrich all these other people and nothing comes to you. But what does the system do? It came up with a model making you the connector. Now, every day we direct people, we recommend our friends to a particular product, to a particular school, to a particular hospital, to a particular shop, supermarket. You're always recommending people, guy, this place, there are things that are wonderful. You're recommending people every day. But as you do that, you get nothing out of it. And meanwhile, you are the most important person in that transaction. So what did the system do? Came up with a model that makes you the connector, the most important person. As you recommend anybody to anything, especially our products and services, you that recommended the person, you are the connector, you get paid. For every time the people you recommend to anything shop for any of those commodities, you get paid. As many times as they shop, you get paid. As many times as they shop, you get paid. That is how the money is generated. No abracadabra about it. It's just a simple model of connecting people to goods and services. Let me show you more testimonies. Now, this is Paul. Paul Nushi, a copper, okay, started his service here in Abuja, in the north. And guess what? Immediately, in about 2 years, he came from a very humble background where he had to borrow money he borrowed money from his mom to start to connect to the system. He borrowed money from his mom to connect to the system. And in about 2-3 years of running the system, you can see the young man living the life of his dream. Now, this is another person, an architect, a professional colleague, architect Moses, okay? Now, he was an apple seller, okay? Came from a very humble background where even money to pay school fees was a challenge. For him to go to school, he has to sell fufu, apple, to make money to pay his school fees. And guess what? This is the young man. In about 3 years of running his business, that is him living the life of his dream. That is another person, Didi, a media worker, who after his service started working in a media house, and they were paying her peanuts, and she gathered muscle, and she left the place. And today, she's living the life of her dream. This is another young man, another young couple, okay? That's the Maserati you're seeing there. Of course, Maseratis are not for small boys or girls, okay? This is what is possible. In about 4 or 5 years of building the business, he was able to buy a Maserati. Coming out of debt, okay? These people that install internet, that's VSAT and all of those things, that was what he was doing. And guess what? The internet subscription came, and those people doing VSAT, connecting all those kind of internet those days, they went out of job because that revolution is already gone. Today, you don't need VSAT anymore. Your phone, your network providers can give you all the internet you need. And that is it. Today, look at the young man living the life of his dream. This is another lady, one of our finest, Ambassador Ronke, came from also a humble background, started building her business. And guess what? Today, she was working in an organization where they slashed her salary for no reason. And guess what? She decided to resign and embrace this business full time. And today she is who she is. That is the power of the connected economy. I can go on and on. This is another lady, Imelda, okay, from a humble background. See, the wonderful thing about this business is that it turns ordinary people that are focused, ordinary people, to extraordinary millionaires. Now, this is a young lady that was selling vegetable, ugu, just to pay her bills, her school fees and all of that. And she managed and managed until she came across this system. Today, you can see Imelda cleaned up, driving the car of her dream. You can see her. These are all possibilities. Your background does not matter. These are young brothers, also immediately after they joined while they were serving youth service. And today, in less than 4 years of building their business, this is what is already happening. So if it could happen to these guys,
in case you're wondering, this is our procession in Abuja, launching La Buena 2.0, La Buena Vida 2.0.
We did. And that was immediately after the coronavirus in 2020.
This is
when
not
the whole world was complaining of bad economy. That was when we were launching cars, because we were operating an economy that does not depend on physical interaction with people.
This is for PQ,
That's the power of the connected economy. This is
the level of dedication and commitment.
That's it. This is what is possible. Any of you can get to this stage. Anybody hearing my voice today that is committed can get to this.
This is a movement,
Young,
we're here
the
to
old,
dominate, not just
anybody.
Africa, but
Yes, it's a movement.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
It's a movement. That is it. So let's move on as I begin to round up. In just one day, we launched 7 cars. In just one day, some of our teammates launched 7 cars. Now, you will say, La Buena Vida, is it about buying cars and showing off? What do you do to also help people around you? Now, we started a pet project called Feed the Family Project. And, in a particular, and that was in 2020, we fed 50,000 families nationwide. And Abuja, the capital alone, we fed 10,000 families. To give back, because we know this is the crowd of people that we're trying to get for themselves. Now, this is it. That was immediately after the coronavirus. The hunger in the land was too much, and we knew that the government alone cannot take care of everybody. We, as a group, decided to take our own chunk of the responsibilities and feed 50,000 persons. Abuja alone, which is our headquarters, that's our headquarters building. That's our headquarters here in Abuja, okay, in Nigeria. So that is it. This is possible for anybody to see. All of these things you see here, no single person, Now, let me say this. All of those things you see displayed and are being shared, no single politician added to it, no government, brought anything. It's just individuals like you and I, decided some were able to feed 10 families, 20 families, 100 families, and collectively, from what we are earning in the system, we were able to feed 50,000 families in the whole of Nigeria. Of course, that didn't go much, but we tried our best. and Abuja alone, we did 10,000 families. Now, reasons why people do this business as I begin to round up. It pays you daily. Nobody gives you any target except the one you decided to give yourself. No mandatory monthly purchase. It's not those things you have to be buying and buying every month, okay? You have access to multiple profit center. You have access to free food product. You have access to free international trip. You can go on vacations on the account of the organization. Selling is not a must. We don't sell products here, okay? It's not one of those things where the only way you make money is by selling products. We don't sell products. You buy products for your own use, for your own consumption. Now you will use the system to connect people to the same product. Don't worry about that. For those of you selected here eventually, we'll be going through that course together and we'll show you how you do that, okay? Physical presence in Ghana. We have office in Ghana. We have office in Accra. We have office, our parent company is in Accra, is in Kumasi, and one other place I can't remember exactly now, okay? So, and then our bankers are Eco Bank and the Consolidated Bank of Ghana. Now, for every income you make, you pay tax directly to the government. That is what has been replicated in Nigeria, and that is what is happening in every part of the world. Every country we exist, you pay tax through the bank. So as the money is coming, as you're taking them, it's being deducted by 5%. So you can actually get your tax clearance and all of those. Those are parts of the system, income tax from the system. Now, of course, you can transfer it to your children. You can transfer it to the next generation. Now, it's not just about you, okay? Your next seed, most of the things we do today, when we are tired, weak, and feeble, our children cannot continue from there, okay? You can't hand them over, okay? But this you can hand over to the next generation, okay? As I begin to close, actually, now let me share the thoughts of this wise man, Amb.Chucks. He said that the illiterate of the 21st century would not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn. What does that mean? That you can be an educated illiterate. You can be a PhD holder, and yet you are an illiterate in the 21st century. Yes. Why are you illiterate? Because you see certain things you don't know about their existence, and you begin to argue of their possibilities. That makes you an illiterate. You must be willing to learn, unlearn, and relearn all the time. Learning is a continuum. You keep learning. You become an illiterate when you refuse to learn a new thing. And that is what is happening. Now we have shared something with you. Some of you are like, that. Well, that is your perception. Now that you don't know that something exists, please, does it stop that thing from existing? No, nothing is impossible under the sun. We are only limited by our knowledge. If you don't want to be an ignorant person, then go ahead and learn. Even if you decide not to be selected today with us, at least I believe you must have learned a few things, knowing that your jobs are on the line. This no job thing we are talking about will get worse, will not get better anytime soon. Refuse to be deceived, because the world is changing. Revolutions are happening. The world is a capitalist world, and they will always go where they will make the highest profit. Okay, and guess what? Robots, programs are taking over your jobs. So the earlier you begin to learn a new thing, so you begin to master, because you are in the 21st century, okay? And that is that. Okay, now as I close actually, now, but look at this financial fact, that you make a living by what you do. You make a living by what you do, but guess what? You attain financial freedom by building a system that will eventually work for you. Your job, your petty business you do today is to have enough money to take care of your basic needs. But for you to get to the level of financial freedom, you must build a system. Now, what do I mean by building system? Building systems are project concepts that will require your money to start. And once you start to let go, it begins to run on autopilot. And systems can be built in two ways. Either you start it from the scratch or you plug into an existing one. Now, how do you start a system from the scratch? You build a company, you build a plaza, you build a hospital, you build a school, you set up an estate, you build a hotel. Now, you and I know that that is not easy. And that is why just a few persons can afford to do that. And that's why when you manage to build a hotel, build a plaza, build a hospital, you will no longer be spending money, whether you work or not, whether you're sleeping or you're awake, you are making money because you have set up a system. Now, the next way, which is the second way of building a system, is to plug into an already existing system. And what do I mean by this? You're not the creator of this system. Someone else has created it, and what do? You plug into it. Typical example, you plug into ED 3.0 plan, okay, with a minimum of 1,050 Ghana cedis. You plug and you get your daily consumable. Automatically, that gives you access to begin to leverage from a system. And now let me share a secret. The word leverage is the secret of the rich. Yes, the word leverage is the secret of the rich. The difference between a rich man and a poor man is that a rich man has a system of leverage. The poor man doesn't do that. Now, a smart poor man, a smart average man that gets systems like this with minimal access or entry point of a minimum of 1,050 Ghana cedis in a period of 2 to 4 years will also begin to play the league of the rich. This is their secret. And this is what they're not going to share with you in a hurry. You need to dig it out. You need to search it out. And luckily today, you're hearing that from me. You don't have the money to build a plaza. You don't have the money to build a hotel. You don't have the money to build a hospital. But you can raise, if you are serious, you can raise 1,050 Ghana cedis and shop. These things, you are going to be getting your product and shop, and you get your product and you plug into an already existing system, and let's work with you. Okay, now listen to this. Listen to this. Now, even if you're not going to take anything I'm going to say seriously today, even if I have been ranting and blabbing all this while, I need you to listen to this. Now, this is actually a matter of life and death, coming from Robert Kiyosaki, a mentor I respect so much. What did he say? He says that all successful people, all of them, they have one thing in common, and that is what? Leverage. That is all they have in common. They have succeeded in building a system of leverage. Now, what is leverage? Leverage is the power to earn more and more while working less and less, either by having people or your money working for you. Simply, that is the concept, leverage. Now, what is my emphasis here today? My emphasis is working less and less. Now, let me ask you, do you know that you are working less and less every day? Most times, we decide to forget certain things or refuse to accept them. What you could do 2-3 years ago, can you do the same thing the same way now? Of course, the answer is no. That is it. Every one of us, we are working lesser and lesser every day. Why? Because we are human beings. And because you are a human being, you are bound to grow old. You are bound to age. The older you get, the lesser energy your body can produce, and your ability to work comes from the amount of energy you possess at a particular time. So yes, you're working less and less. Whether you want to agree or not, you are working less and less. I put it to you that way. Okay, now that you know you're working less and less, are you earning more and more? Most times the answer is also no. You are working lesser, but you are not earning more and more. And guess what? Guess what? When do you think you need money most in your life? If you know the answer, go to the chat box. When do you think you need money most in your life? I'm waiting. Let me see the smartest person in the house today. If you know the answer, when do you think that you need money most in your life? Go to the chat box if you know the answer. I'm waiting. I'm going to do my selection right away. Go to the chat box. When do you think you need money most in your life? Go. Are you telling me nobody knows the answer here? When do you think that you need money most in your life? Wow. Nobody knows the answer. Wow. Please, people should not fall my hand now. People should not. Eddie, thank you very much. Eddie, thank you. Yes. When you are old, yes. Jacinta, yes. Good. You know that. I know say Ghanaians are smart people, of course. You need money most in your old age. Yes. Some will say, no, now I need it now. You're getting it all mixed up. There's a difference between need and want. Okay, you want to buy a new car, you want to buy a new phone, it is Christmas, you want to buy new clothes, blah, 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 you want. Yes, I know, but guess what? You need money to pay your children's school fees. You need money to pay your house rent. You need money to take care of people around you. Your need, it increases with your age. Your children are leaving primary school, they're entering secondary school. Your needs are increasing. They're leaving secondary school, they're entering university. Your needs are increasing. You are getting older by the day. That is it. So your need is highest in your old age. Now, flash news. At the point in your life that your need is highest is when you don't have the capacity. Is when you are retiring or possibly retired. Is when you are weak and you don't have the energy to work for your money. And that is when your need is highest. Please tell me, how do you intend to survive? How do you intend to meet your needs? And that's why people at that age, diseases fly like water, thinking, heart attack, all sorts of disease. Disease comes with thinking of desperation, thinking of frustration. When you are frustrated and you don't know the way forward, thinking, and that's what attracts all foreign disease to you. And that is it. You see people go because the pension will come. Pension is barely enough. Pension is the percentage of the salary they pay you that you're struggling with, barely enough. And that is it. Your need is highest at the point you can't afford it. It is nature. It is natural. Now, let me say this. This is going to sound bitter to somebody. You will not see. After hearing this, I don't want you to sleep well this night. Not at all. I don't want you to sleep well this night. Because if you sleep well this night, then there is a problem. Yes, you need to think. You need to pray for yourself after hearing this. Now, one of two things must happen in your old age. The earlier you begin to guard against it, the better. It's either you become an asset to your family or you become a liability. Yes, you heard me. I know that hurts. You heard me. See, sometimes take our time to think. You doing exactly what you're doing right now in the next 10, 15, 20 years of your life. Will you like where you will end? Think about that. Think about that. Do you already have such liabilities around you? Of course, they're everywhere. They're everywhere. But what do you say? Man, I still have time. Let me have fun. I can't go and kill myself. Let me enjoy myself. That is the deception from the pit of hell. And it's deceiving us every day. And we're getting carried away. We're getting carried away. What do you need to do? You don't have money. You don't have money to set up a plaza. You don't have money to build an estate. You don't have money to build a hotel. Where is the money? The economy is not that good. Where is the money? So what do? You're waiting until the day you can raise up millions so you can build a plaza. You're waiting. But guess what? You're making 100,000 Ghana cedis every month. You're making 500 Ghana cedis. You're making money, 50,000 Ghana cedis. What happened? Fiam. As the money is coming, fiam. As the money is coming, fiam. You'll see, in life, there must be time to pay price. Oh, you can't run away from that. No matter what anybody tells you, no matter how much they pray for you, lay hands on you, bless you, morning, afternoon, and night, there must be time to pay price in your life. It's either you pay the price now, deny yourself certain luxury, deny yourself certain enjoyment, pay the price now, and then play later at the point you need the playing the most. Or you decide to have fun. Play as much as you want. Oh, go ahead, play. But that price, you must pay it. God forbid that it will happen at the time when your body mechanism cannot bear the pressure. That is what causes stroke. And that is it. So you must pay. Decide to deny yourself. Even if you cannot build things like that, you can plug into a system with 1,050 Ghana cedis. Plug into a system and let us work with you. You are not selling. You are not marketing. You are not headhunting people. You're simply using a system. The same way you were connected to this platform and you're hearing me. That same way, we show you how you can do it and connect other people. You will not be the one do the talking. We'll do the talking on your behalf. And then guess what? As I close, what do you see? What do you see? Life is about perception. The future you don't see for yourself can never become your reality. Forget it. It can never become your reality. What you see, you seize. As far as you can see, so you can seize. I have said, I told you 90 minutes and I'm almost done with my 90 minutes. Now, what do you see? Limitations. You have heard me say so many things. And some of you like, don't mind him. That is how they talk. They are all scams. Nye, nye, nye. Ooh. Ooh, that is your business. If you see limitation, no matter what I say, limitation you will see and limitation you will get. That is life. That you don't know about how something exists doesn't stop it. So please quit arguing with things you don't have information and stop exposing your ignorance. Please stop that. You don't know it, you don't know it. You hear stories about people. Have you taken time to do your own personal research? Or are you basing your story based on what somebody, a failure, told you? Is that what you're basing? In a classroom of 30 persons, one person will fail. Guess what? One person will carry first. And if you want to find out about that teacher's performance, who do you ask? The person that failed or the person that came first? The choice is yours. So most times you get information from the wrong people and you begin to build a perception. Why not stop garbaging in and garbaging out and take time to run your own personal research and find out the truth for yourself? If you say limitations you will get. But if you see it as an opportunity, truly you don't understand it, I don't expect you to understand everything I have said here today, but you are willing to learn the process. Because in the 21st century, you must be willing to learn, unlearn, and relearn if you want to thrive in this century. It becomes an opportunity for you if that is what you see. Oh, you don't have time. Yes, you're a very busy person. Busy, busy, busy for Africa. But guess what? Busy and broke at the same time. We have mentioned 1,050 Ghana cedis. You're already shaking. But you are a very busy person. You're very busy. See, ask yourself, busy doing what actually? At least let it be that you're resting. Let's know you are resting, you're not busy. But stop telling us you're busy and you're broke. And this is not my kind of thing. I'm a very busy person. I agree. But you are broke at the same time. Now, this is how you spend your time. You sleep for 7 hours every day. For those of you that sleep up to that, you work for 9 hours every day. The remaining 8 hours, what do you really do with it? You know, sometimes when we claim we are busy, it's because we have not taken time to really check how we spend our time. The remaining 8 hours, what do? You sleep, of course. You work. The so-called busy that we no go hear word from you. Now 9 hours. Now 9 hours. The remaining 8, what do? You work, we watch Aquaba channel. You're on you're on Instagram, you're Facebooking, you're doing this, you're gisting, you're hanging out with the boys and all of that. But let me share a secret. The day I got a revelation on this time was the day my life changed. If you look at this critically, this is like dividing your number of years by 3. If you're here and you are 30 years, 20 years, 50 years, divide it by 3. What this means is about one third of your life, you cannot account for it. And that is painful. Little wonder you're still struggling. About one third of your life, you truly cannot account for it. But every day you appear busy. That guy is busy. The worst person that will lie to you is you. Stop lying to yourself. Stop deceiving anybody. Stop lying. And let's find a way to help you. What are we saying? Sleep. Do your normal 9 hours work. This remaining 8 hours, all we need is just 2 hours. We're not asking you to give us all the 8 hours, just 2 hours, mostly online. We run trainings, we run meetings all the time to help you become better at the process. No, to some of you, this is just the beginning of a relationship. To some of you, it's one of those things. We'll move on. To some of you hearing my voice, this is the beginning of a relationship. So you get to be seeing, okay? So that we can build you, because we believe strongly that success is not something you chase after. Success is what you attract by the personality you become. Yes. The reason why you're not successful is that you're not looking inwards. You are running anywhere. There's you're everywhere. The most important thing is you. Develop you. Become the person that can attract the level of success you want. Whatever level of success you have today is proportional to your level of development. Become a better person. Your environment will change. It will be like a dream. That is it. Okay? Thank you very much. 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 Now, at this point, I want to do something. I know a few of you must have questions and all of that, but guess what? As a group, let me do my selection. Then for those of you that have questions, you can ask me later as we go on. Okay? Let me do my selection of those I am going to work with on this journey. And if you know you are interested and you want to be among those I will work with, please go to the chat box and type I'm interested. If you know you are interested and you want to join me on this journey, go there and type that you are interested. But if you are not, I'm okay, we move on. I end this meeting. If you know you are interested and you want to join me on this journey, go to the chat box. If I'm not seeing enough interested, I know you guys are not ready for me, then I can move on. Of course, I've informed you, the rest is left for you. Good, good, okay, now I can see some interest, so let's move on. Let's move on. Now, we as a group, we discover that mentorship is your sure way to success in life. What do I mean by that? If you want to succeed in anything in this life, you need a mentor in that field. Oh yes, you need a mentor in that field. You want to become a successful politician, there are so many politicians around you, choose one. If you can't access them physically, read their books, follow them on Facebook, follow them on Instagram, just follow them and learn from them. So as a group, we're giving 3 categories of free mentorship to a few persons hearing my voice. The truth is this, so many of you are interested, but unfortunately, we can't work with everybody here today. Oh, so many are called, but a few are chosen is a known fact. We can't work, we need only serious-minded people, people that are tired of their situation, people that want a change, people that knows that nothing around them will change until they change, people that knows that the destiny they seek for, they have control, they need to hold it in their hands, people that are willing to pay the right price so that they can play the kind of play they want to play later, people that want to leave legacy for their next generation. And we know that these people are ready to go all out. Those are the people that we're going to select tonight. Okay, now we have 3 categories. We have category 3, the emerging leaders. Now, you'll be falling under the mentorship of the emerging leaders. And within a period of 18 months of being mentored by the emerging leaders, you start generating income to the tune of 15,000 Ghana cedis monthly. Yes, you heard me. 18 months of being mentored by the emerging leader. This will become your take home. Okay? Now, the next category of people is category 2. Okay, category 2 will be mentored by the global leaders. Global leaders. And when you fall under the mentorship of the global leaders, within a period of 12 months, you start generating income to the tune of 15,000 Ghana cedis. Okay, 12 months. 12 months. Now, those in category 3, these are people that need time. They're interested, but they need a few things to put a few things in place. They need like a week to get started. They fall into the category 3. Okay, a week to get started, they fall into category 3, and they'll be mentored by emerging leaders. Okay, those that need like 2 to 3 days to get started, they fall into the category 2 and be mentored by the global leaders. But the people I am working with this night, people I'm going to select on this journey is 5 persons, just 5 persons. And these 5 persons will be getting the category 1, the mastermind mentorship. Okay, now we have just 5 masterminds and we need just 5 people hearing my voice now. You'll be joining a mentorship program for 6 months. 6 months of being mentored by the mastermind. You start generating income to the tune of 15,000 Ghana cedis monthly. Yes, you heard me. These 5 persons must be the 5 best people hearing my voice now. These 5 persons must be the 5 people that are ready to go all out. Enough of the rubbish. They want a change. They damn every consequence and are ready to take the bull by the horn. They're ready to take their destiny in their own hand. They're tired of being decided for how to live their life. They want to hold their destiny. They want to hold their life. They want to live the good life. Now, these 5 persons are the 5 persons that I'm starting with today. I'll be getting the mastermind slot. Okay? Now, these 5 persons will engage now. They have between now and the end of today to engage. Okay? Between now and the end of today, the countdown starts immediately. They engage now and be part of the pioneers in Ghana, who will hit 15,000 Ghana cedis in the next 6 months. They will start monthly and start doing 15,000 Ghana cedis. Now, they will work with us. They will follow the mentorship. Now, we're not saying that this thing happens automatically. You must follow a mentorship program. And as long as you are willing to abide to follow this mentorship, we'll work with you all through. Now, these 5 persons will also have advantage to what we call the unfair advantage positioning. Now, because they are starting today, they make a transfer of 1,050 Ghana cedis to start, okay? And guess what? They stand a chance of getting supported by the category 2 people, by the category 3 people. Even before they start connecting their own person, they're already getting supported from the system. Now, you choose your path carefully. You either go for the single path of the single slot, which will cost 1,050 Ghana cedis, okay, or that has income potential, daily income potential of 2,800 Ghana cedis at full maturity state. Now, we're not saying this will happen tomorrow, okay? Like I said, we're working a 6 months program with you, those that are starting now, okay? Or you run the 3 package slot that costs 3,150 Ghana cedis that has income potential of 8,400 Ghana cedis daily. The choice is yours. The choice is yours. Now, that's the bank account, okay? Screenshot dates, make your transfer, let me know immediately. Once you transfer, I need 5, just 5. Once I have my 5, the door is closed because I don't need crowd. We need a few persons we can work with, okay? A few persons we can take on this journey together with, just 5. This is the account numbers. You can transfer to any of the account numbers. And once you do, don't send the proof of transfer to this platform now. Send it to me privately, okay? That's my number there. That's my number there. That's our head office in Abuja, 20 Shalom Plaza, okay, Gudu, Abuja. That's my contact, 09028619701. Of course, that's the website. Once you make your transfer, you let me know immediately. Once you make your transfer, you let me know immediately, okay? That is it. So your time starts now. Your time starts now. Your time starts now. So let's go, okay? Let's go, let's go. All right. The time starts now. Okay. So we're counting down. So, but if you have any question, simply go to the chat box. Simply go to the chat box and type in your question. I will